What do you think toxic shock syndrome is?
Is that the cramps? Like when your cramps are like OD?
No.
Is it like you getting shocks instead of cramp pain? Toxic shock syndrome? What the fuck?
Do you know what a diva cup is?
A diva cup? Is that something y'all bleed in? It's a silicone cup? Oh shit. Wow.
I'm gonna show you a picture exactly of
I
where it
don't
sits.
want to see that though.
You have to see it, man.
Check it. Look. Rissa and Quan, the queen and the don. He's from Jamaica. She's Italian. They come together for love and good time. Subscribe to the soul, cause it's Rissa and Quan. Rissa and Quan, the queen and the don. He's from Jamaica. She's Italian. They come together for love and good time. Subscribe to the soul. Watch your king and the don.
What's good, Team Rissa Quan? It's your girl Rissa G.
And it's your boy Quan, and together unstoppable
and unbreakable. Alright, you guys, so we are back with another sit down video, and today's video is going to be very interesting, and I'm really excited about it because today we are going to be having a period talk with my boyfriend. So I have a whole bunch of questions pertaining to periods that I'm going to be asking Quan about, and I think it's going to be really interesting because I've never really asked you any of these questions before, so I don't really know how knowledgeable he is on periods, but I think it's really important when like a man is in a relationship with a woman for them to kind of be knowledgeable on what we go through every month while we're on our period. And then also like men with daughters, or if Quan was to have a future daughter, hint hint, for him to know like kind of what she's going through. So I'm interested to see how much you really know about periods.
So okay, I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like I know anything about periods. Like
really?
Like to get in depth about periods, I don't think I know. I probably know the basics, but like getting in depth with period talk, I probably don't know much.
See,
but
that's interesting.
Yeah, this is interesting because it's gonna help educate me and also some of you that are viewing this video about the female cycle, well, the menstrual cycle.
Oh, so he already knows what that's called. That was actually one of my questions, but I have a whole series of questions in my phone, in my notes. I think I have about like 10, 11 questions, something like that. So basically, I'm just gonna be asking you these questions, and you just have to straight up say off the dome what you think the answer is.
Okay, well, if it's pertaining to what a period is and like pertaining to how you act on your period, I'm pretty sure I get a grade A on that. But anything more than I'm not really like sure about. But we're gonna get right into the video.
Though. You'll probably just don't think too deep about it. I'm sure there's like things that you learned like just from being in health class when you were younger or anything like that. You know what I mean?
But I never used to really pay attention to like girl stuff.
Why?
I'm gonna be honest, I never really paid attention to
as a man, you should definitely know like about a woman's cycle, like I said, especially if you're in a relationship with a woman or you have daughters that go through their period. Like, it's important to know.
That's true.
So I hope you guys are as excited as I am to get into this video. If you are, make sure you give this video a thumbs up right now. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Turn on your post notifications. Don't forget to follow both Quan and I on IG, and he'll tell you everything that you have to do to enter this month's giveaway.
So this month's giveaway, we're giving away $1,000 cash prize to our giveaway winner. And to be entered into the giveaway, all you guys have to do is subscribe to both our channels, Rissa Quan and Rissa Quan Vlogs. Make sure you're liking and commenting under every single video. Make sure your post notifications are turned on. Also, make sure you're following us both on Instagram and blowing up our notifications. After you do that, just comment done and you'll be entered.
It's that easy. Okay, baby, are you ready for these questions?
I think so.
Are you nervous?
A little bit, because
why?
I was just thinking about blood and all that other stuff. It's getting to me, but I'm really excited to do this video because I feel like we're gonna educate our viewers, and also I'm gonna be educated, and it's like we're openly talking on like a topic that's like sensitive to some people.
Some people don't like to talk about periods.
Yeah, but I think it's good that we're talking on this topic so that people are more open to talk about this, you know?
I agree. I like that, baby. Yeah. And Quan's always open to learning new things. Okay, so first question. This is easy.
Okay.
What is a period?
A period is was walls shed blood.
Her walls?
Like her
What does that mean?
Her vaginal walls shed. It's
okay, so
like blood coming.
Do you know what what a woman's reproductive system looks like? So like
I think it's like the eggs, 2 eggs here, the uterus.
Go ahead, baby. Okay, so you
it.
said the vaginal wall is shed, which is incorrect. But if you know
Is
makeup,
it the shed of the eggs then?
No, everyone thinks that, but no.
What?
So say what you were saying. So he was saying like over here, he said that kind of wrong, but you got the idea. The eggs stay over here.
Yeah.
In the fallopian tubes.
Yeah.
And then you have the uterus, like you said,
and
then the uterus and then the vagina. So what sheds?
The uterus?
Yes, the lining of the uterus.
Okay.
Okay.
I got that.
So basically, so if anyone didn't catch that, so basically a lot of people misconstrue that what's really shedding is like the egg, but really it's the uterus lining shedding, because the lining of the uterus gets thicker to prepare for a pregnancy, and when the pregnancy doesn't happen, the lining has to shed and it goes through the vagina.
Okay.
So that's what it
that
is.
makes sense.
Yeah, so you were pretty close.
Something. I was close.
I'm happy that you knew like the eggs over here.
Yeah, I mean, I paid attention to like the body.
So like you liked like the anatomy of it, but you didn't want to hear about the blood part of it.
I never like really listened to it in depth. That's why I was like, I can get the basics right, but I don't know about in depth. But we gonna see.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was pretty
keep
good.
asking questions.
Okay, so what is a period actually called? What's the scientific?
Menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that already.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So when you're pertaining to a period, so like, say I was like, oh, I'm on my period. How would you say that scientifically?
She's on her menstrual. Or she's menstruating or something like that. Is it something like that? Right?
Yeah, menstruating. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
You said menstruating. You were close.
I was thinking of the word, but I couldn't like get it out right.
Oh my gosh, I'm actually like proud of you right now just for these two questions.
See, she slept on me.
No, I'm not sleeping on you. It's just like
I know
good
a little
that
bit.
you know.
I know a little bit.
Okay.
What you got next for me?
So why do we get periods in the first place?
So like you said, if you don't get pregnant, well, that kind of helped me because I didn't know this.
Oh,
now I mean, you kind of told me. If a female doesn't get pregnant, her uterus has to shed. Right?
It's like this. It has to shed.
It has to shed. The lining of the uterus has to shed. Because she's not pregnant. I don't know what the hell. Right?
Basically, yeah.
Basically, alright.
Yeah, so basically, since the body builds up the extra lining in the uterus, it does have to shed because she's not pregnant, like you said, so that it can release like all the extra like toxins in her body and all that.
Exactly.
Because we can't have buildup. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's just like extra layers of skin or dead skin. It sheds off.
Yeah, you could look at it like that, honestly.
Yeah, see, I be knowing.
Oh wow, baby. Dang, I kind of gave him that.
I'm like 3 for 3 now.
No, I kind of gave you that. Like, I gave that away. I was chatting too much before.
But that's your mistake. I'm 3 for 3 right now.
You're doing very well.
On the answers.
Okay, so what do you think a period feels like? Like, how does it feel to us?
Honestly, based off of how you react, I would say like it's probably like on a scale of 1 to 10, like a 8 pain. And it's like cramps. So you feel cramps, you feel bloated, you get back pains.
Yo, you pay attention.
Yeah, I be listening. You get back pains, and basically it just feels like, whew.
What can you compare it to?
Okay, what can I compare it to?
Because this is very interesting, because a lot of guys obviously they'll never know what a period feels like. So I want to hear something that you have gone through or something that you went through.
Oh, it has to be something I
No, but I want to say, like, what can you compare it to? Our period pains, what do you think that feels like? How does it feel to be on a period?
Compared to like
just anything anything that you think, like,
I would compare it to like a pregnancy, but
exactly.
I don't know what we go through that will like be compared to that, because we don't really get like stomach pains, I guess, working on my abs. A day after ab day?
No, it doesn't feel like
that. Because I mean a day after back and abs, because your stomach and your back is hurting. So
okay. So you said that it feels like a pregnancy, right?
Yeah.
So
Like a pregnant woman. Yeah, you feel like a pregnant woman. You got cramps in your stomach. You feel bloated, so your stomach feels big, right? And then you got back pain. Or a girl with like.
What?
A girl with like nah, forget it.
What?
I don't know what I was about to say.
No, that's exactly right, actually. Because a lot of women say like the cramping that we get are kind of like mini contractions.
Oh wow.
Preparing for us to, you know, have the menstrual cycle. And then obviously the blood comes through the vagina. So it's kind of like, some women like to say, yeah, it is like a mini pregnancy.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that's really funny that you said that.
I'm 4 for 4, baby.
Yeah.
I'm 4 for 4. I'm proud of myself. I'm not gonna lie.
What are some symptoms of a period?
I would say nausea, maybe.
Some people.
Okay, nausea. Let me think hard. This is tough now. Now I'm feeling pressure because.
Don't feel pressure.
Soreness of boobs.
Very good. He's like.
Damn, this is tough. Cravings. No.
Yeah, I guess that's symptoms. Yeah. I was talking more like physical, like.
Oh, what happens to them?
Yeah.
Like, okay. What happens to? Well, bloatedness I already said, right? Sheesh.
Okay, so I have another question for you. Where do we get our cramps? Because a lot of guys have the misconception about where we get our cramps when we're on our period.
Is it below your stomach? Is it like abdominal area?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Well, that's a good question though, because a lot of like guys that aren't very educated, they think like it's like your stomach.
Nah.
But the cramps are like really low. Like,
well,
you know what I mean?
If it's all going on in your uterus, it cannot be in your stomach. That all this.
But they don't think of it like that. They just think like you're getting cramps. Like, you know, you like people get cramps. Yeah. So, but yeah. So I feel like he basically mentioned everything, but a lot of women get headaches, like really bad migraines.
Oh.
I don't get those personally.
That, but I thought I was gonna be wrong.
No, that was right. Personally, I don't get those, but some women get really bad headaches.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm doing alright.
Good job, baby.
Close. How many more questions you got for me?
A few more.
Alright.
Okay, so how long does a period last, and how often do we get them?
Okay. Oh, this is tough now. Alright, a period typically lasts up to 2 weeks, so like a week to 2 weeks, right? I don't know. Is it like?
No, let me not laugh at you. Okay.
Is it like a week to 2 weeks?
Keep going. So, how long do they typically last, and then how often do we get them?
Alright, that's my answer for the first one.
A week to 2 weeks, he says.
A week to 2 weeks, and you typically get it on a certain date of each month if you're not pregnant.
Yes, Sammy.
I'm the GOAT.
Okay, well, you got the first part wrong.
Wait, oh.
I'm not gonna say he's totally wrong. Okay, so typically a period lasts anywhere from 3 to 7 days. Only a week.
Oh, so
there are women.
I was gonna say, like.
You said up to 2 weeks.
Yeah, so I'm saying like that's the longest. So typically a week to up to 2 weeks. So like girls will have their period for a week, and then the longest, like if it's over a week, up to 2 weeks.
But you got that wrong, because the average time a woman has. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, the average time a woman has her period is 5 days, which is me exactly. I never get mine for less than 5 days. I never get it longer than 5 days. Mine is exactly 5 days every single time. Most women will get it 3 to 7 days, but for women that get it any longer than 7 days, like 8 to 10 or 12 days, that's considered a long period, and that's not very common.
Okay. Wow. Damn.
Yeah, so like that would be like, I feel so sorry for you guys out there that have to have a period for almost 2 weeks out of a month. That has to be terrible. But yes, it does
I was close. I said a week. But
yeah,
I mean, you could give me partial credit for that.
I'll give you partial credit. What is PMSing, and what does PMS stand for?
Whoa. Okay. PMS.
That's
Post-menstrual cycle.
What? S. Cycle starts with a C. Okay, you could kind of break it up. So, PMSing.
I don't know why it's a cycle. Men's system or something.
Do you want a hint?
No.
Okay. PMS. What does that stand for?
PMS. Is it alright? Is M menstrual?
Yes.
Is S system?
No. I think it's so funny how a lot of men just
symptoms?
No.
Period? Oh,
no. No, what I was saying is I think it's a lot of funny how a lot of men like to throw that out there, like, oh, you're PMSing. Like a woman, like before she's gonna get her period, she's PMSing, but y'all don't even know what that means.
Alright, so I know P is post, right?
No.
No.
If something's before something, what is it?
Pre.
Yes.
Oh, alright. Pre-menstrual. Like what?
You're
if it's not
good.
system, then what the hell is it? Pre-menstrual.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you because you're
No. Give me the chance. Give me the chance.
Okay.
I'm thinking very hard right now. Alright, just give it to me.
Syndrome. Because it's literally a syndrome.
You know what's crazy?
What?
It's always either that too. That's
so
like a
syndrome,
scientific
right?
word. Yeah,
exactly.
syndrome.
Yeah, so
damn.
What is PMSing?
So I guess the build up for the period. So I guess how the woman is feeling before the period, what happens before the period.
Why does that happen?
Huh?
Why does that happen?
What do you mean?
Why does PMSing happen?
Because whenever anything is about to happen, you get symptoms. So it's like,
okay, so what I was looking for is like because our hormones, so like that's why we get all the cravings and all that stuff. It's our hormones like becoming like super imbalanced basically. So a lot of men think that when women PMS, they don't really believe it's a thing, or like they like downplay it, but that's really a thing. You know what I mean? So like if you're a woman
about that, to be honest.
Yeah, like if a lot of women, I mean every woman's different, so some women will get really bad like premenstrual syndrome, and they'll have mood swings and cravings and, you know, be a little on edge. Some women handle it differently.
Okay.
You know?
Understandable.
Yeah. So what do we use to help control our periods?
What do y'all use? Some girls use like hot rags, heating pads, blankets, I guess.
Okay, I have to ask that differently. So what do we use to literally what do we use to help control period?
Like the blood flow.
Yes.
Tampons, pads. Those are the main things I know.
Yeah.
Panty liners.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You would probably never guess the last one.
Yeah.
And that leads into another question, so I'm gonna leave that one out for now.
Okay.
Okay, so how long do you think we typically wear a pad or a tampon for?
So I would say probably a day before it's over, I guess. So probably like.
You think we wear it for the whole day?
Well,
How long do you think we wear it?
Okay. I know you guys. So I thought you meant like change them and all right.
So how long do you typically think we wear
I would say like I mean it's blood, so I would say like 30 minutes to an hour.
Why's his face like that?
Wouldn't you change? I would expect a female to change it like 30 minutes to an hour. Let some blood get on it and then get rid of it, because like.
Okay, so I have a question. Do you think that when a woman is on her period, I feel like I've said this to you before, do you think that we're just constantly bleeding all day?
No, but.
You did.
I mean, sometimes.
So we had this conversation before. One thought we were just bleeding
all
day.
No, that's not realistic, because you will lose too much blood and then eventually be like very weak.
Yeah.
So, no, probably occasionally probably one period of time, a lot of blood will come out. One period of time, probably be spotting a little bit, but I would say typically a girl would change her pad. Well, I would expect a female to change her pad 30 minutes up to an hour.
Yeah, so I'm gonna speak for myself. They say that you can wear up to 8 hours, which is probably factual. No, because not, like you said, like not all day. Some women are bleeding. Some might just be spotting in a day. Some days might be heavier. So it really just depends. I wouldn't wear it longer than 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Just because it is blood and it could start to have extension older.
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to wear a tampon or a pad longer than 8 hours is what they say. So you were kind of right. Like 30 minutes is kind of short.
I mean, like I'm saying from my perspective, if my shit
you wouldn't want to
bleeding,
leave it there.
Yeah, I ain't.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I guess.
Okay, so what do you think toxic shock syndrome is?
Is that the cramps? Like when your cramps are like OD?
No.
Is it like you getting shocks instead of cramp pain? Toxic shock syndrome? What the?
You had to have learned about
Those
this.
are people like with terrible like real bad cramps?
No, that's not something that you get naturally.
So you get toxic shock syndrome if.
What do you get toxic shock syndrome from?
If your period is infected or something.
If it's infected.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
I mean, your blood shouldn't naturally be infected. That's your blood, you know what I'm saying? Unless you have like a disease or disorder or something.
Is it something with your back?
No.
I don't know.
Okay. Toxic shock syndrome comes from misuse of tampons. Did you ever hear about that?
No.
Okay, so it's a life-threatening, I'm gonna read the definition that I have here so that I'm not saying it wrong.
All right, I'm learning
but it's
something.
a life-threatening complication of certain bacterial infections. And it's the overgrowth of bacteria, but you don't get it naturally. It's from a tampon.
Okay.
But that's not the only way you could get it. So you could Google up other ways to get it. But most women that do end up with toxic shock syndrome is due to tampons.
Well, I figured it was like some type of infection.
Yeah, but you thought we naturally just get it. You thinking it's like just a pain we get.
I
like
don't know
period
because
pains are bad or a back pain. No, you don't naturally get that.
There's no
That's
way
not
I
something you
could
should
have guessed
have.
that one. All right.
That's not something you should have ever. But educating women that are using tampons, you have to make sure that you are changing it frequently so that you don't get buildup of bacteria, because it could lead to toxic shock syndrome, and that's very painful and can only be treated at the doctors. Yes.
All right.
So, do you know what a diva cup is?
A diva cup? Is that something that y'all bleeding?
Huh?
All right. No. Diva cup. What?
What is a diva cup?
Why is it named a diva cup? First of all, I guess because it's for female.
Yeah.
All right, a diva cup. Is it some type of is that the one I missed?
Yeah.
All right, boom. So I guess it's something to stop the blood flow. Is it like a cup that catches the blood?
Yes, but it doesn't. Okay, so how do you think we use the diva cup? Because you're saying you think the
I don't even want to think about it.
You have to think about it.
If it's a cup, then it's like a cup. You know, like what the hell?
How do we use it? How would you think we use the diva cup? So it's like a silicone cup. It's flexible.
It's a silicone cup? Oh shit. Wow. I mean, I know a tampon goes up there, so is it the same thing? I'm pretty sure y'all don't just have it sitting in y'all panties, so y'all gotta put it up there.
Yes, and it sits a little bit lower than the tampon would.
Wow. Wow.
And a lot of women like to use them because they can actually measure their blood flow. And it's good if they have something going on, they can bring it to the doctor and tell the doctor exactly how much blood flow they're, you know, losing and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna show you a picture exactly of where it sits.
I don't want to see that though.
You have to see it, babe.
Oh, it's just like, okay.
I'm gonna pop it up on the screen for you guys. So that's kind of what it looks like. It has a little stem, and literally you could leave the cup there, and then you take it out and you empty it into the toilet instead of using a tampon or pad.
Yeah. Damn.
These are really popular nowadays because I guess they're very comfortable. I personally have never used them. If you have used them, comment down below. It's a diva cup.
Wow.
Okay, last question. How much blood is lost during a period?
Well, I'm not gonna sit there and talk like I'm a doctor or anything and try and go based off of liters and pints or whatever.
Pints?
Pints.
How much do you think?
Probably like, I'm gonna go off a percentage. Probably like.
No, don't go off a percentage. It has to be an amount. So you have to say it in teaspoons, cups.
Oh my god. See, that sucks. Probably 3 cups.
No.
What the hell?
That's not much.
Oh, that's from 2 cups? 1 cup?
So typically most women lose about 6 to 8 teaspoons.
So how much? That's 1 cup or 1.5 cup?
A little less, probably like a cup. Let's say a cup.
Oh wow.
Or less. So as men think that we
It be
lose
looking
so
like a lot.
much blood, it does, but it's really not. It's just like the way it's absorbed and stuff. But yeah, but there are women who could, like the ones that have the longer periods will obviously be losing a lot more blood.
Wow.
But their doctors know about it, so they're okay. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So all right, since the question game is over and
Yeah.
I finished my test, what would you average my grade to be?
I would give you an 80%.
Okay, that's
You
decent.
did very well.
For a guy that didn't know much about periods, I think I did some like.
I asked you pretty fair questions.
I did a
I
good
feel.
job, and I like honestly took some educated guesses, and it worked for me.
Good job, babe. So now he knows a little bit about periods, a little more about
I
it.
definitely learned a lot about the female body,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's like good things to know, you know. And I hope you guys got educated as well.
Facts.
As I was getting educated, I hope you guys were being educated.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, comment down below and give this video a thumbs up right now.
Yes,
Subscribe
sir.
to our channel if you are new. Don't forget to do everything to enter this month's giveaway. Turn on your post notifications, follow both of our Instagrams, also subscribe to both of our channels, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. So we'll see you guys in our next video.
Peace out.
It's 4 a.m. and they're white. I got you all on my mind. You're bad as hell, I can't lie. I need you, girl, in my life. Cause I can't wait till I